Alright, let's get straight to it. Pokemon Journeys is decent. We got the OG Ash, the Pokemon Catcher Go, and Chloe, because if I don't mention her, people will spam me. Some episodes were really good, but some not so much. But here's my fix, and yes, spoilers ahead, click away if you don't want them. At the very start of Journeys, Ash hears a voice calling for help. He rushes in and finds a Team Rocket mech. But it's not Team Rocket, it's a Pokemon hunter who have bought it from them. Ash frees Latias, destroys the mech, and the hunter gets arrested. Season 1 sees Ash reunite with Primeape while watching a side character compete against Anthony. We'll get to that later. This is linked to the Grand Prix's new rule that changes allowing fighting type moves instead of fighting type Pokemon. Ash's new team is Pikachu, Gengar, Lucario, Dragonite, Latias, and Primeape. As for Surfetch and Dracofish, I think Go should catch them because it might improve his character development. Oh, and by the way, the Latias that Ash caught, yeah, it's actually from movie 5. Yeah, the one that Ash saved. She mothers them because, trust me, I saw the anime. These two are idiots. After Ash's Pokemon battle with the Pokemon Hunter, yeah, he decided to start a rumor of a boy with a Latias, meaning we would see Pokemon hunters who would try to steal Latias from Ash. And Latias could have a redemption arc where she's afraid of Mega Evolution because she was hunted by Pokemon hunters who use Mega Evolution, which would also be a good redemption arc for Lucario too because he wants to Mega Evolve whilst Latias didn't want to. Oh, and Latias let Ash catch her because she wanted to repay Ash for saving her. He saved her, and now she wants to protect him. Oh, and by the way, she can speak telepathically now. As for Suicune and Eternatus, let's just let Go catch them because Ash already has a legendary Pokemon in his AU. Latias can be found taking care of the Pokemon in the Ceres Park, sometimes traveling with Ash, while most of the time she's in her Pokeball. We got some new OCs. Besides, I'm decent at drawing, so I'll let you redraw them. Just credit me. First, we got a Gerald. He's the lab's errand boy. He has two little sisters called Megan and Belle. Gerald got his clumsiness from his mother, whilst his sisters got the maturity of his father. He has an Eevee named Blue, and he's very lazy. Consider him a chunky cat that is always lazy in the house. Oh, and he gets a Charmander from Professor Cerise. Gerald is also very clumsy, but he's also a good errand boy. He would be found doing errands around Kanto. Next, we have Mimi. Don't let that cute name fool you. She's actually a powerhouse. She used to be a Team Skull member, but she wasn't there during the rebranding of Team Skull after Guzma got defeated by Ash. She comes from a wealthy family that is respected and disciplined, and also known for their kindness, and lives with her loyal uncle. Besides, in this AU, Team Skull has changed. They are no longer the delinquent group that we know. They have changed to help the community, as Guzma ordered, and those who oppose him, well, he'll just punish them with his Pokemon. She also has a Zorua as a partner, and got a Froakie from Professor Cerise. She also used rare candies to fully evolve there too, just for comedic relief to show that the TMs and the rare candies work in the Pokemon anime. Mimi can be found in the Grand Prix, battling in the finals until she lost. But she also won the hearts of the people. As for her side gig, she's always training with her Pokemon, aka Dark type Pokemon, because she's a Dark type user. Next is Stella. She's a Paldean. She's very good at drawing, she gives Michelangelo vibes, and she gets a chest pin from Professor Cerise. She mixes her Spanish into her English, meaning only Go and Professor Cerise can understand her. Her mother is on a 5-year business trip and lives with her dad and her grandmother. She can be found cooking in the kitchen, always experimenting on ingredients since she knows how to cook. Next is Iron Sentinel. He has a sad past. Once a Riolu that was abused by a Pokemon hunter, rescued by Officer Jenny, raised by her daughter Anna. Anna names the Riolu Sentai. They both become cops. learn how to drive because he doesn't want to rely on Anna all the time, and earn the public trust because he's very cute. He executes most of the time. He died in an explosion during a mission, and then the Macrocosmos members, they revived him into the first Paradox Pokemon. Of course, it took place in Galar 1 year before Ash started his journey. One mission, he was out for revenge to kill the Pokemon hunter that abused him. Then, his trainer came to tell him that it's not the way, and if he kill him, he's no better than the Pokemon hunter himself. Then, he decides to arrest the Pokemon hunter instead of killing him. Now a Robocop style Paradox Pokemon with signature moves, which are Stun Shot, Lethal Shot, Defense Shield, and Data Spike. He's a cop who teaches kids actions have consequences. Stun Shot is just a taser. It just shoots out from Sentinel's Wrist Blaster. Lethal Shot also shoots from the Wrist Blaster, but it's very lethal. Well, not lethal to kill, just to injure the Pokemon hunter, thugs, criminals, etc., including Pokemon. Defense Shield is like Protect, but it actually works 80% of the time because he has high defense stats and high attack, high special attack. So to balance it out, he is slow, just like Robocop. As for Data Spike, it's actually a reference to the Data Spike that Robocop has on his right arm, and he used it as a weapon, and also as for memory transfers and hacking too. But he preferred to use his fists. He could be in a spin-off Pokemon movie called Pokemon: The Vengeful Cop. So please feel free to make this possible. Oh, and to keep the Pokemon comedy, let's just say that he keeps fighting Team Rocket like Jesse and James and starts chasing them around because they are selling weapons. Again, we'll get back to that later. Pokemon has a few crossovers, like that one Harry Potter episode where Ash became a Pikachu and met a wizard named Lily. Not that type of Lily, the other Lily, the one with pink hair. And I think a Robocop crossover would be a decent side grade, whilst keeping the all-age category. Again, Pokemon has death, so maybe it should be toned down a bit. I'm decent at character design, so maybe you can do better. Just credit me. Oh, and by the way, he has a built-in check printer on his wrist, meaning if there's damage, they'll just pay compensation using the check. Lastly, we have Sheriff Carla. She's the chief of police, Ash's aunt figure, and also, she was there ever since Ash was born. The reason why I have all these side characters is because it's to improve Ash and Go's character development. Ash would train Mimi to show that you can't take Pokemon for granted even though you want them to be strong. Ash gives a pep talk to Gerald, saying he doesn't need to be better, he just needs to be himself. Ash teaches Stella that her mother is strict because she wants what's best for her. Because for comedy relief, he got all F's on his test and his mother made him do 100 squats. Go would teach Iron Sentinel that you don't have to be violent to be a cop, you have to show mercy also. As for Sheriff Carla, she would teach Go that she had a very bad backstory because she and her 4 sisters were born poor and had to take care of their sick aunt because they didn't meet their parents. Then a boy, who was Ash's dad, helps them buy the medicine and treatment that their aunt need, and what drew them to become a police officer is that a cop saved them from being robbed. And that's how she and her 3 sisters became the sheriffs of Kanto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, and Johto. Oh, and before you dox me in the comments, don't worry, this is actually my thing on my Deviantart. If you don't believe me, then ask that deviant by yourself. Link in the description. Sheriff Carla will appear on episode 3, where instead of Officer Jenny warning Go and Ash about Team Rocket, it would be her. Gerald, Mimi, Stella would be introduced in episode 11, where Chloe rides on Latias because she was late for school, and all of her classmates saw it and want to become Pokemon researchers, which actually makes Chloe worry for her dad because he's gonna have a lot of co-workers. Gerald, one of her classmates, would ask Chloe if her dad is hiring, which she reluctantly says yes, and then he calls all of his friends to get hired by Professor Cerise. As for Sentinel, he would be introduced in episode 12, where thugs were raiding on the Pokemon Coronation series match, and Sentinel decides to arrest them very violently. As for Megan and Belle, they would be introduced in episode 15, where it reveals that Gerald lives in the same apartment as Go, this time on the 5th floor. They would be found cleaning Go's parents' office space, which of course Gerald, being the comical guy himself, keeps clumsily, drops everything, and you know what klutz do. Feel free to organize this, it's because I'm decent at character design, so I hope you can do better. They should have 1, 2, or 3 episodes of their own, just to give them character development too. F the Rocket Prize Master, it adds too much randomness to Team Rocket's villainy. Instead, let them keep all of their old Pokemon, whilst having new faces. First, they kept the Cheetle they caught in Gala. As for Grookey and Morpeko, they are wild Pokemon. They are working together to survive, and Team Rocket is so affectionate that they decide to catch them. Jesse catches Grookey, and James catches Morpeko. Oh, and they are selling weapons on the black market, but don't worry, these weapons are like from the Incredibles. For example, we have power gauntlets that makes humans strong as a Rhypheria, a mech that is big but the weakness is a bag, reference to Secrets of the Jungle. And lastly, a Mega Stone Blaster that is non-lethal, it only stuns, doesn't kill. And like I said earlier, they are being hunted down by Sentinel because their criminal records have been spot on. In this AU, Mimi became Ash's rival. Why? Because she wanted to avenge Guzma. She saw it on the TV and wanted to beat Ash in a battle, which ended in a draw during their first match together, and with Mimi losing at the final Ultra Class match, which put Ash into the Master Class. Then suddenly, Guzma appeared and congratulated her and called her Miss Tiny. Yeah, her name was Miss Tiny before when she joined Team Skull. The next chapter is the endgame. Motori captures Latias, Ash finally snaps, and makes a big risk dropping out of the World Coronation series. Irish drops out too, and Ash rallies all of his travel companions and rivals to defeat Team Rocket once and for all. And Jesse, James, and Meowth decide to go good because they're getting arrested either way. Project Mew declines to help Ash, and Go was furious and decided to drop out of Project Mew. Horus joins too. Then we have that final battle thing, where trainers left and right fight for what's right. And Ash, while battling Giovanni, tries to manipulate him by telling Ash where his father is. Then Ash decides to say, "I don't need a father, he lives in my heart." Then Ash defeats Giovanni, humiliating in front of everyone, and Giovanni escaped. Team Rocket disbands, and it's up to fan speculation. Oh, and don't worry, Project Mew decides to help them at the last second. Thanks to Leon, he was able to convince the Pokemon League to postpone the match. And Ash confesses that he is the boy with the Latias. The Masters 8 tournament is all the same, and this time, Ghost stays to cheer him on. Then we have an epic battle, a final battle where it's Pikachu versus Charizard, with the original Jason Page "I Wanna Be the Very Best Like No One Ever Was" theme song. Ash wins and becomes part of the legendary trainers who are very strong and have won the hearts of many people. And whilst Go is lying on the ground stargazing, he finally sees Mew and his dream already came true. In other words, if he sees Mew in person, then it's enough for him. Next is Aim to be a Pokemon Master. It's the same except Ash found a Latias who is injured, and the Latias was very aggressive at first, but when Ash's Latias saw Latias, she decides to calm Latias down. In other words, there are two Latias, Ash's Latias and the wild Latias. To make this more interesting, the Pokemon Hunter is hunting down Ash because he also has a Latias. The series is all the same, except Jesse and James and Meowth decide to have normal jobs, but they are on probation. Oh, and as a final comedy note, Sentinel is watching them. Yeah, you can't skip Sentinel. As a final emotional moment, Ash takes the hit for Latias and lies lifeless on the floor. Wait, hear me out, I'm not finished yet. Latias decides to attack the Pokemon Hunter out of rage. It overwhelms the Pokemon hunter, but Latias knows it's not the right way to grieve her fallen friend. So she destroys the device on the Pokemon hunter's wrist. Ash turns back to normal but lies unconscious, and the Pokemon hunter gets arrested. Then cut to the scene where Misty is crying on Ash, and then Ash wakes up, and then Misty tsundere punches him for worrying her. And for a good finale for Ash's journey, Ash decides to let Latias go. He releases Latias into the wild because having her would put everyone, including him, her, his friends, and his family in danger. And a lesson for everyone to know that money, power, and connections can hurt or corrupt others. But don't worry, we're not done yet. 15 years has passed and Ash is still doing it. He is battling trainers, mentoring others, and everyone gets an ending. He then meets a boy who actually hates his Pikachu, which reminded him of his own self, but the roles are reversed. So Ash decides to bring the boy to Mount Moon. Ash plays the Azure flute, and suddenly the boy and him saw Latias flying around. Latias descends slowly. She was cautious at first, but Ash tried to recall any memories she had with him. Latias nuzzles him out of affection and decides to give the boy a ride on Latias. Then for the best ending in the world, maybe, Ash and the boy fly on Latias, and Ash realized something. He was already a Pokemon master when he left Pallet Town. I just want to thank you for watching till the very end. My channel has been doing decently, and I want you to spread the word. I want you to send this to any of your favorite Pokemon YouTubers, and I want to see what they think of my rewrite. I'm sorry I couldn't show any of the anime characters. It's because I don't want to get sued by Showpro, because even if it has died down, I'm not taking any chances. But if you want to make your response video of your own, just make sure to give constructive criticism and credit me if you want to make this AU possible. Feel free to tweak it, I don't mind, but please credit me and give constructive criticism. Again, I want a reason to on those tweaks, whilst understanding my criteria I'm trying to explain. And I want to credit these guys for the Pokemon gameplay, because I don't have a Nintendo Switch, so I can't get gameplay footage for this video. So I hope you forgive me if any of you see this video. So see you next time. Bye bye.